I was going up from town, I met the grain trains rolling down. Every day 100 trains, every train 100 cars, every car 100 tons, every ton 100 sacks, every sack 10,000 grains. And that's what cities get from trains. Some politicians lacking brains said in voices dripping sweet, we don't really need these trains, railroads all are obsolete. They're union strong, it makes demands, they guard their yards with railroad dicks who kick our cops clean off their lands and do not like our politics. As I was going up from town, I met the grain trains rolling down. Every day 100 trains, every train 100 cars, every car 100 tons, every ton 100 sacks, every sack 10,000 grains. And that's what cities get from trains. So the politicians passed some laws to screw more money off the trains and deeper dip their pudgy paws in more control of railroad gains. The railroad said, get off our land. They went on strike to show their peak. The grain train stopped their rolling and the city starved within a week. As I was going up from town, I met the grain trains rolling down. Every day 100 trains, every train 100 cars, every car 100 tons, every ton 100 sacks, every sack 10,000 grains. And that's what cities get from trains. Hunger riots burned and rose and battered down the State House door, and all those fat politicos were killed and eaten by the poor. And with the city out of joint and no more politician men, the railroad said they'd prove their point and sent the grain trains down again. As I was going up from town, I met the grain trains rolling down. Every day 100 trains, every train 100 cars, every car 100 tons, every ton 100 sacks, every sack 10,000 grains. And that's what cities get from trains.
Good morning, Minecraft. How you doing? Wandering Beekeeper here. It is 38 degrees fondly Fahrenheit in the Pacific Northwest this morning on the day of the No Kings Rally. I really ought to go into the content warning right away. I am an old queer man living in a state with legal weed. I have very strong political opinions that I will pop off with without warning. And I cuss a lot. So, as it says at the amusement park, this is a dark ride. You have been warned. So, yeah, it's been a week. It's been mostly old people medical stuff, and we'll just leave it at that and spare you the gory details. And we have arrived at Saturday morning. I haven't done diddly squat on my railway layout. I've been busy supporting a friend who has struck out on their own and set up their own Cobblemon server. So we're going to do a little surprise Cobblemon. This is not Create. This is Minecraft 120. It's 1.21.1. I really ought to fix that on the title card. So yeah, 1.21.1 Cobbletopia server. Let's just flip over to the game screen. Whoops. Dagnabbit. Well, I mean, if I didn't forget to set my window capture before stream, it wouldn't be me, would it? At some point, I probably ought to take a count of how many times I've done that, because I'm pretty sure it's at least half my streams where I go, uh-oh, that happens. Let's do this. Pow. Sorry for the huge red screen all of a sudden there. Here. Let's. Come on. There we go. Manzil ibn Battuta, the beekeeper abides. We are in my claim, and we are... Okay. You know, now live on Twitch. Pa-pa-pa. So y'all, well, I mean, fuck, guys, don't cuss on stream. Anyway, you can see my team down the left. I've got, oh, hi. Well, let's just deal with the seconds here. And I'm going to reposition so I can see this a little better. Oh, let a sleeping Meowth lie. And one of the big differences between Pixelmon and Cobblemon is the modeling and the battle animations. I mean, that's a serious difference right there. If you've played Pixelmon, you played Cobblemon, you can see this. So team down the left, got my Imbor at the top, have a Corviknight, Morrigan, who I have learned how to ride, not incredibly well. The controls in Cobblemon are a little different. It's more like flying a plane. I have to think about it a little differently. Of course, I have a Tinkaton. Her name is Shifeng, and that's a reference that only a few Earth Dawn tabletop players are going to get. And those people are going to go, ew! Ophelia, who is my Stoutland and a utility infielder because she knows so many different types of attacks. And my current trainees, I have a Fletchling and a Trubbish, and let's just look at them real quick. Here's the in-game view, team view. My Fletchling is ready to evolve. I thought you might be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to huck my Fletchling out. Boop. And I'm going to do the evolve thing. Now here's a point where Pixelmon is better. Pixelmon morphs the form from one to the next. Cobblemon does that same rise into a cloud for every mon, and then just poofs them over. So there is no morph from one evolution to another. There's just a cloud and then poof. Okay, let's pull that back and have a look at Manzil ibn Battuta, which, if you don't speak Arabic, means Ibn Battuta's house. And if you don't know who Ibn Battuta was, you should. He was a merchant who wrote a travelogue, wrote a book about his travels through the Maghreb and various other regions that is, while we acknowledge that it is somewhat fictionalized, a lot of it is memoir rather than, oh, hi, there's a Saint Shrew. A lot of it, it's memoirs rather than so much written at the time of the event, but it's still one of the best primary documents we have for the era. So, Apricorn Farm. This is the top level of my base. I'm doing sort of the Cadron Lockcore thing again, the desert city, although not going so heavy on the dwarven metaphor. I've had to box in the iron golems to keep them out of my damn garden. The villagers keep spawning iron golems in my garden, and it's driving me up the wall. And so I keep having to take a lead and pull the iron golems into the stockade and then wall them in. For the love of God, Montresor. Actually, hang on a second. Let me we'll see if anybody gets the reference. You know, never be afraid of the Hodgson, I have always said. Or at least for many, many streams. Do not be afraid of the Hodgson. So, heh 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 heh. Butthead. Anyway, so apricorn trees. These have been enhanced. They have a lot of apricorns on them because I have done a little trick involving cutting out just the bottom log, which requires sneaking to cut it, dropping in another sapling and growing it up into the existing tree, at which point it finds places where there aren't already apricorns and puts them in. I could get one more set of saplings through here. These folks are getting a little agitated. I'm thinking it's maybe getting toward evening. No, it's just late afternoon. They're just having a confab. I think they're a little agitated that I keep boxing up their golems, but they won't keep the damn golems out of the garden, and I need to be able to work here. This is my garden. I need to be able to work here. How am I doing on gold? I got 22. And here's another 7. Oh, various stuff. Wow, yeah, this is pretty much vanilla. There's a mod that does a client-side inventory sort, and that's about it. I have Jade and JEI and the Zeros stuff running client-side. None of that is running on the server. This is very lightweight. So, hence the standard auto-feed furnace. Currently not processing anything, but that's where everything gets tossed. Just leaving my farmer alone. They're doing pretty well keeping the field stocked. This is all Cobblemon stuff. I have here various colors of mint. Mint is used to change the nature of Pokemon, and I'm not going to explain Pokemon nature. Either you know what it is from playing Pokemon, or I'm not going to explain Pokemon mechanics here. But yeah, you grow mints and you build specific combinations of leaves, and that'll change the nature of your mon. Vivichokes are a medicine ingredient. Revival herb and the pep-up flower that it produces are both medicinal herbs. You get a couple of different things out of a revival herb. I have berries growing here because there it is. I've been trying to grow an enigma berry. And you get some of these berries by crossbreeding. Putting Hopo next to Koba, they'll cross-pollinate and create enigma berries. And presto, I've got new recipes. Now I'm going to go on and take these plants down. They have served their purpose. This is the experimental garden where I'm doing this sort of work. So I'll go on and clean those out. And the Hopo and the Koba both go in here with the rest of the A to M berries. Pokemon berries. Yeah, you're familiar. If you play Pokemon, you know how berries work, held items and so forth. They're also used in Cobblemon to brew the various medicines and vitamins and so forth. And I just achieved an enigma berry, and I'm not going to put it in the chest. I'm going to take it downstairs and plant it in order to get a lot more of them. First, I need to go upstairs and dump a couple of items. And let's just see what I can drop where. I would just about do somebody an injury for Toms to be implemented. Okay, back out. Let's see, we have... Okay, the villagers are all going off to bed. Thank you, I can work in peace. Over here, I have Payapa berry with Hopo to the one side and Payapa to the other, and I'm waiting for the berries to set on. I've got flowers, don't have berries set on yet. Over here, Chopley and Spellin, again trying to crossbreed for a thing, and let's see if I get anything here. What do I get? I get Chopley and Spellin. Well, you know, crossbreeding isn't guaranteed. Let's see, Spellin goes there, and Chopley goes over here, and then I get to take the Enigma berries downstairs and plant them in the production garden. Oh, look, a Mastiff. Let's bop this little guy here. He's worth a few points. She's worth a few points. Sorry. Arm thrust. And just like that, they're gone. Oof. No, I don't need the rotten flesh, and I'm going to skip out on taking the bone. Okay. There is no automatic evolution. Oh, prominently, I was going to make a thing. ADD moment. Okay, I need iron, and I need copper, and I need... I'm going to grab a glow ink sack, because what I'm going to make is a Pokedex. Oh, and I need apricorns. Boop, 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 boop. Boo. I need blue apricorns because I'm going to make a blue Pokedex, and I'm going to make it with a glow ink sack. So let's go get 2 blue apricorns. Apricorn. We go 1, 2, 3, 4. And this here and here. And this here and here. Drop this in and we get a Pokedex. Ba-dum-bum, ba-dum-bum. Wham. And there we go. This is what was missing in the previous version of Cobblemon that was driving me absolutely bats. How do you play Pokemon without an in-game Pokedex? Here it is. Booyah. Here is my Pokedex, and actually I have been pounding away at the collection, let me tell you. I got a lot of evolving to do. Holy crap, do I have a lot of evolving to do, but I've captured 287 so far. Holy cow. That's a lot. Okay. Whoop. Now, this, I can't even build. Oh, lordy. Okay. Cannot, okay, the recipes for these items are deactivated. Can't make a Pokenav. or a Pokefinder, either one. Here are the mints, by the way, and you can see, yeah, if you put together 3 red mint leaves with a blue mint leaf, you get a lonely mint, and that changes the nature of the Pokemon to lonely. Seems like a terrible thing to do to a Pokemon, actually. I need to look at Level Ball. Level Ball takes pink, red, and black with iron. So let's look at, let's see, here's iron. Here's pink. Here's red. Here's black. I'm a little short on black. Let's go out here to the black apricorn tree and go pick apricorns. One second here. First, I'm going to go visit the chest and put away those and that. Okay, consolidate that. Alright, got a rotten flesh, damn it. Gross. You'll have to go upstairs. Alright, oh, books and leather. I got 25 leather here. Think a second, I got some rabbit hides also, and those can be assembled. And I don't remember if rotten flesh can be smelted to make leather in vanilla, or if that was something else. Books. I got 25 leather all day, and I got no books at all. Oh, I got 9 books. Oh, Maractus. These things can be like piñatas. Let me go get the books. I'm going to be nice and just give them the books. You can have the books. All right. Level ball. Aw. Huck. Boop. Okay. Let's see. I have made level balls. Excellent. They can go up to a 4x capture rate if you're using a high-level mon to capture, and that gets real damn useful. So I'm going to take a stack of them, and I'm going to put another stack. Oops. Indeed. Yeah, what you said. You keep saying that. I've only got one of these left. Let's pull the net balls. Those were real handy. I'm going to keep the net ball and the level ball here. Ending up carrying an awful lot of crap. I desperately want a trainer bag. It just isn't. Bagging. All right, let's take these berries downstairs and get them into the production garden. Okay, standard water vader. Aerated column of water powered by a magma block at the bottom. Be ready to exit quickly. There, I only took one snap. Huh. That lets out into a mine. Yeah, lets out into a mine, and we go this way. And into the up to the factory floor. Right now, it's just doing the production grow op. I don't have much of the machinery in yet. This makes medicinal brews. This is the basic component of pretty much everything. And I feed it water bottles in the top and in the side, and medicinal leaks in the top. And right now I'm out of blaze powder. Hey, yo! Good morning, Mr. Beekeeper. How be the Minds of Craft? I am loving my play with Harvest Farm stuff in MC, such as Pam's Harvest Craft 2, Farmer's Delight, stuff like that. Okay, things are going really well. I mean, I'm showing off the production grow op here that I've got going in a deep cavern under the city, where I'm growing all sorts of Pokemon berries. Cobblemon Move Inspector is a side mod. That's actually one that I haven't thought about, but I do have. Let me see. Let's just. Where's the fool? Always have to stop and think about where it is. Why isn't it showing me? This is just resource packs. Oh, shoot. I didn't mean to do that. Well, you know, biffing it on stream is part of it. Give it a second here. It'll just reload. There we go. Done. Quit farting around with it. All right. We'll look at it later. Let's go on upstairs and get these Enigma berries planted. I need to get these berries planted and get propagation work done. I got stuff to do. The water channels are not just for irrigation. They also keep the berries separated so that they do not cross-pollinate. There we go. My Enigma berries are planted, and I can start work on propagating them out. Here are lychee berries, and we'll go on and get them planted. I have palm eggs. Oh, excellent. I have enough palm eggs I can start a crossbreed upstairs. There we go. I got 8 palm eggs to take upstairs. Excellent. All right. I have eggants. Getting real. I'm about to start a crossbreed looking for starf, which is a much sought after berry in gameplay. Let's see. Not ready yet. Ready. Hurrah. I have a Mickley. There we go. All right. Payapa is now in production. Excellent. Okay, citrus is in production. There we go. All right, that gets the top level of the garden done. That's all the propagation and harvesting work up here. Really don't have a need to do any sort of major harvesting here right now, nor here. I've really got to get more claim blocks. I've kind of maxed out the claim blocks, and good news being it's a little bit difficult to get down here. And we have a polite server, and that's always nice. So not a big concern here. Let's get these put away. I got a lot of berries. Let's put them away first. Sort them in. Popo, citrus. Okay, something just made an interesting sound. Do a sort here and a sort here. Okay, and I need to consult the manual here for a second. Let's go look at the berry crossbreeding. I have Popo. I have Pomeg. I have Pomeg, and I want to put it against Kelpsie, Hondu, or Greppa. Oh, I've got plenty of Kelpsie. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I normally only run 3. Let's run 3. Not gonna go over the line here. 1, 2, 3. All right. Let's see. That's full up right now, so we'll plant over here. Pomeg, Pomeg, Pomeg. Kelpsie, Kelpsie, Kelpsie. And now we wait for the plants to grow, which takes about as long as you might think. Down here, berries are setting on. I've got Nomals here. I've got a Payapa with something purple on it. That's interesting. I've got a new berry coming up here. Over here, nothing much. This, we're still waiting. These are saccharin trees. They are part of the Cobblemon mod, and that's what gives me the blue lumber that I've been using to make the trapdoors. Hydrate. Flip tabs here, make sure I can see my chat, make sure everything's going okay with the stream, check the heat tachometer, doing just fine. One of the reasons why I'm doing Cobblemon this morning is because the Cobblemon instance right now is a lot lighter weight than the other two things that I'm currently doing. Fido drops bread. Let's bake the Fido. Eat this bread, pick up that bread, and move on. Probably not going to find anything I want to capture around here, which is a shame. Capture animation is actually pretty good. 24. Oh, hi. Hello. Oh, hey, you have a shoulder Pikachu. Ack, ack, ack. Get out of the way. Oh. Oops. Yeah. How we doing here? Let's go back and have a look. Good luck. Electric mines. Oh, hey, there's another Enigma berry. Alright, let's see what I've actually got. Got something. We'll find out momentarily. What did I got? I got Nomals, which I already had. I got a Payapa. I got Bellu. I have been, okay, this is a new one, and it is one I have been after. Okay, Enigma and Hopo go in there. The Bellu, let's see. I need to run Bellu against Koba and Greppa. That will get me Roap and Apricot. First, though, I got to get Bellu into production. So I'm going to take it downstairs and plant it in the production garden. Patience grasshopper. Berries first. Yeah, there we go. One snap. It works easier. It works better if it's just one person. Dweebs, no. Thing is balanced for my weight. Get off. And if you get that reference, you are of a specific age group. There we go. Bellu is planted. We start working toward production. Berries first. Yeah, cobble was what I had that was cheap to build with. Was much more concerned about getting the berries into production than I was the look of the farm. It will look nicer later. I can go through and replace the cobble. Right now, the industrial look will just have to do. Any that I want to... I don't think I've got any down here on this level that I need to, like, take a bunch upstairs right now. Main thing is to have them functional here. Oh, hi. I still haven't managed to catch one of you because I keep managing... Whoops, no. I want to back up and switch. Let's switch for the trubbish. And see what the trubbish can do. Trubbish is going to double slap. And acid spray. Okay, the next one's going to hit a lot harder. Ooh, beautiful. Just don't do anything that has recoil, you goober. Okay. Where'd it go? There it is. Ha-ha! Caught the drillber. Rubbish put away. There we go. Boop. Zoom. Ow, my knees. Hee hee hee. Yeah, well, his life is life. Okay. So. Oh, dang it. Not what I meant to hit. One second. Let me file what I have. I have Pomeg. You need Pomeg and Kelpsy. Okay, I just brought up Pomeg. Here's Pomeg. And There's Kelpsy. Ooh, a Drapian. Okay. It's a rule I try to live by. Be the kind of player you want on your own server. It's a rule I try to live by. It's a rule I try to live by. Upon yard. I already have one of these, but an extra one would be nice. I'm gonna try an arm thrust. Nope. They're so dramatic. Alright. I am after 3 specific berries. Aka, Wacken, and Rosalie. Rosalie is dropped. Not by a Maractus, but they're usually worth popping anyway. Every now and then you get one that goes off like a piñata. There's a coughing out there, but I'm not going to chase it. I've already got one. And you're probably, yeah, you're a level 6. I'm not even going to bother. That would just be rude. Okay. 16. Some unpaid workers, yeah. They're not working on my shit, though. They're working on their own shit, which, you know, they own their means of production. Yeah, that farmer down there owns their means of production. I'm not interfering. I have some thoughts about the colonialism inherent in the game, in the Minecraft game mechanic, but yeah, I've gone into that in a blog, and I'm not going to go into it here. That pretty much is the extent of that. That's the base and Cobblemon in a nutshell. Let's go play some damn Cobblemon. I'm going to go see if I can find these fool berries. Oh, hi. Haven't seen a Klefki. Switch for the Trubbish. I don't want to take a chance here. Let's go on and fight, and I'm going to do an acid spray. And it's immune to acid spray. It's a ghost type. Okay, it's going to be immune to double slap as well. Let's just go for a capture, and I'm just going to pop an Ultra Ball off of it. See what happens. This don't work. I can try going to Samo and using a level ball. Aha! Got the little booger. Put Samo back on point. I've thought about that a few times. A little delayed on my reading, not sure. Was that in response to the rule of operation? That's a Fido, and it's level 18. I'm hoping for a Scraggy or a Scrafty because they drop Rosalie berries. It's a pretty minimal chance, but it's better than nothing. Got a Yamper and a Shinx, and down there I got a Luxio. Let's go and take the Luxio, and oh hey, I just got pushed off. That's lovely. Flame charge. I didn't even hear anything drop. Huh. Oh well. And we move on. We go over here, and the Cacturn is level 45, so it's worth it for the points, if nothing else. I have thought about the Mine Colonies mod and just the whole overall way things are. Colonialism, yeah. It's not, it's baked into Minecraft itself. I did an entire blog series titled Empire of One. And had rather a lot of thoughts about it. Okay. Excuse me. One big difference between Cobblemon and Pixelmon is the speed of battle. Battle mechanic resolves way faster in Cobblemon. Pixelmon, you can accelerate it to some extent by clicking after each line of text is displayed, but you still run into waiting on a regular basis, and it just takes a while to process. Cobblemon went with digitized cries, where with digitally produced cries, where Pixelmon has gone with voice acting. Bit of a difference there. Probably a difference in overhead because you're not carrying all those sound files. No drop. No. Oops. Sorry. Tapped the key one time too many. Up and up. Anything here? Anything here? We are getting perilously close to beach. Oh, looking for... well, pretty much. Not you. Cobblemon and Pixelmon both play somewhat like old school Pokemon. Pick a starter and start walking. Gotta go find the Wildmons. Greetings, Your Majesty. Good to see you out and about this morning. Hope you're doing well. Mon's over this way. Anything interesting? That's a sand shrew. I'm not going to chase down there for a sand shrew. If it was a scraggy or a scrafty, yeah, I would chase after it. I'm a little dire for a couple of berries and just not finding them. Really hoping to encounter a particular mon. I've encountered scraggies out in this desert before. They're just rare. I think I am about to RTP and see about finding a forest to go hunt pinecos, because pinecos are also... Pineco and Nicket are two that I need to find. Let's see. It has been quite nice. I've had my custard Bismarcks. I've had my customary peanut butter. Organic peanut butter and locally made berry jam on whole grain bread. Trying to... It's a bit hippie, but it's what I like. And it's something I can eat for breakfast. You know, that whole can't have red meat thing. Thank you, American intensive farming techniques. Basically, I'm allergic to feedlots. It's complicated. Feedlots and cage-bred chickens, just no good for me. Alright, let's go hit this. Heal up. And let's check the team. Is Fletchinder ready to go? Is Trubbish is ready to go. Let's get Trubbish evolved. Oh, and this held item here, I should huck into the chest so that I have an empty hand to accept the experience share. The good news being, experience shares are relatively inexpensive to make. And so while I do not have an exp all to share across my party, I can easily make 5 exp shares. Doon 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 doo 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 doo. Doon 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 doo 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 doo. I don't know why the Imperial March wants to go through my head. I really don't know why the Imperial March wants to go through my head for the Pokemon evolution. It's so wildly inappropriate, and yet there it is. All right, Garbodor, away with you. You stink. Okay, can't help it. You know, being made of garbage. What am I evolving next? I have so many choices. Oh, lordy, I have so many choices. I want to level up that Vulpix before I evolve it. I've got a Firestone. Oof. So many. Let's just grab the Vulpix and start leveling her up. And I need to put this back in my hand And bring the Vulpix out and shift and right click to bring up the radial menu and put the item in. There we go. And then put the Vulpix away. Okie doke. I want to go to a forest. Nearest forest. Well, that's all jungle. It's all jungle. Trying to remember where the nearest forest is to me. I still have some bits of this desert I haven't explored. I really ought to do something with. Why don't I head south, hit this, it's probably already been hit, and the temple, and see what else is there. What's on? Good luck. What? What am I not seeing? What am I not seeing here? Oop. That's a fletchling. Whatever it is, it's going to have despawned by now. None of that's going to help. Saw something up here. Head up here. There is a pineco. Yep. Ah, sturdy. Arfing sturdy. Ooey, dropped a string. I don't understand what Andre was wanting me to look at here. And here are the Pokemon you want. Well, here's the biome anyway. I found one Pineco. I need a Pineco or a Nickit or a scraggy. Couple of others would do. I don't have that. Let's see. Target of opportunity. I find it interesting how sometimes another Mon will walk up and just stand there and watch. Oh, hey, dropped a couple neat things. You're going to see. We're going to see what you drop. Kerpop. Oh, just a cactus. We have these two items though. Got a soft sand and a couple of armadillo scoots. Those are handy. They make a couple. There's a couple of evolution items you make with them. Can I get across down here? Yes, it does come together. There we go. I can get through here. Think I'm gonna go up here though at this point. Not seeing what I'm after. Blah. I dislike Sam Tomb. Move on. Got some stuff down here I have not been to yet in the desert I live in. Missing out on some local features here. Nope. Oh. I would give a lot for flying or featherfall boots or... Ooh. It's been a while since I've done vanilla. Okay, what have I got? I've got 2 gold. I've got a golden apple I definitely am going to take. Ooh, Unbreaking 3 and Projectile Protection 3, and I've got one with Respiration 2 already. Oh man, Fortune 3, but it's on a hoe and I can't move it to another tool. And the hoe is the golden hoe is used for the claim, for flan, and so... Yeah, that's really useless. That's just tragic. All right. And then there's that. Let's at least get to it. My inventory is full, and I got a couple of things I need to do, but... let's see, what's that? R. Let's not mess around here. Just flamethrower it. Okay. Thank you. Ooh, excuse me. Sorry. No Scrafty Houndour, though. I've already got a Houndoom, but I don't have a Houndour. Houndour was back here and is probably over at that. Let's just plop into the water real quick and make the quick crossing here, because there you are, you little pup. I have a Houndoom. Don't have this one. Let's switch for the Fletchinder. Put another fire type against the Houndour. And I'm going to use Ember. Oh! Well. Let's try Peck. There we go. I think I'd better go on and try to catch now. This is going to get rough. Let's just do an Ultra. Got it. Okay. There we are. Ah, and we are back to daylight. Hurrah. Didn't have to go back base. If that got dealt with. What is that? There's a skitty scene from the back. Okay. Anything interesting on the map? No. Resume course. Op U for the XPs. Any bets on it having already been looted? Yep. They did the dirt thing here. Let's just... They dirt columned up out of it. They took the dynamite. Okay, the string is useful. I will take the string. And then the gunpowder. Okay, they took the TNT. Can't say I blame them. I'm definitely taking the string, though. That's a little hard to come by. And a spider eye. I can get more cactus easy. I'll take the spider eye. And, ooh, a saddle. They left a saddle. I will swap dirt for saddle. Okay. Well, it's been done, so... Blip. There. We'll just blip back here. And scoot, and gold, and string, and gunpowder. Okay. I am currently wearing this beat-up iron helmet. If I take this and that, I can do this, and then take this and do this, and have a heck of a helmet there. Just needs mending. Got mending on a couple of things. Not on the leggings, sadly. Okay, let's get some stuff put away and some stuff reorganized. This is all to be put away. Alrighty. What have I actually got? I'm not sure if that's a med. Those are med components or not. Okay, don't actually need the saddle because Mons don't require a saddle to be ridden. Check what's Scrafty and Scraggy over this way. Be careful. Dude, don't get too excited. You end up hurting yourself. Okay, let's go after the Scrafty first. Boop. Boop. Come on, damn it. You. Fight. Flamethrower. Let's not fuck around here. Need to take this guy down. There it is. There's the damn berry that I'm after. Rosalie. Obtained. Come on, come on. Already got a Scraggy flamethrower. All right. So, under green. Thank you. The control, the map setting just got me the berry I was needing. One of them. I'm still missing 2. I need to find Nickets and Pinecoes. But first, I have a berry to plant. Rosalie was a really big problem on a previous Cobblemon server I was on. It didn't occur in the wild. It's only dropped by, at the time, Scraggy and Scrafty were the only ones that dropped it. And for some reason, they weren't spawning. So the mon that the admin had to make a couple of changes to get the mon to spawn to make the berry even possible. There we go. That's done. Come here. Thank you. Get it planted. Get these tangas planted. Those to propagate. Oh, hi! I'm at a depth of 36. How the hell am I able to hear thunder this deep underground? I ask you. And I'm in a desert. It doesn't even rain here. What the heck, people? Okay. Take these berries up above. I still need Akka and Wakken. So do you have a Pokemon style MC mod that you prefer? I know you were comparing Pixelmon and Cobblemon earlier. That's really a good question. That's one of the reasons why I'm comparing them. Cobblemon has much to recommend it, not the least of which is this whole agricultural system with the mints and so forth that allows me to grow the components and make medications rather than having to constantly buy them. Let's see, I think Pixelmon has some advantages. Let's see. The Pokedex isn't an item. It's built in, and so it doesn't take up an inventory slot. Bellu. I feel like that should have been planted downstairs, that I missed one here that should have been propagated. Let me go check that. Pixelmon has Ultra Space. There's, I've yet to even look at the end or the nether in this version of Cobblemon. In the previous version, it was pretty good. Pixelmon has daycare already implemented. Cobblemon does not, which seems like a pretty big thing to me. I mean, you can't breed your mons. You can't get any of the stuff you normally get by breeding. There we go. There's a Bellu. Okay, that's what I got upstairs. I need to clean out those. The only ones I think that are actively working, getting me new berries, is the ones up by the chest. Pixelmon has dens and Pokestops. Cobblemon does not have Pokestops, doesn't have dens. Cobblemon, on the other hand, has apricorn trees that you can overload and produce a denser tree with fairly easily. And the recipes for the various Pokeballs are less expensive in Cobblemon, which is a big deal. You end up going through so much, and it costs less in terms of resources and such. I need to get to a forest. Still haven't seen all of that. But if I'm gonna do the thing, I need to get to it. There's a forest the other side of the Badlands, and it would clear a little bit of stuff off the map. I just need to fly southwest. Okay, let's do this. Let's show off one more thing here. I'm going to walk this direction a little bit to get to that high ground so that I have better position for takeoff. Almost tempted to take, you know, I could take off from there. This is in peaceful mode, which means there's no pillagers. And all I need is to cut a couple of pieces of railing out, and I could just take off from the tower. Alright, railing's already cut here. Let's just cut this and this. And I'm heading that direction, southwest. Alright, let's do this. A little altitude here. And course correct a bit. There we are. Am I heading the right direction? Yes, I am. Okay. Watch my stamina bar, because at some point I'm going to have to make a descent here. Let's go on and start bringing her in here. Her stamina is going to go very soon, and I'd like to make a controlled landing. And that's liable to be dead stick. Yep. We are dead stick. Coming in, and have landed. There we go. Okay, now I'll wait for the stamina bar to come back up. Alright, gonna go blasting through that, heading down into here to forest. that I haven't been to before, in the hopes of finding a pinecoat or a nicket that will have an akaberry or a wakan. All sorts of stuff on there. That's really that is a lot handier. I'm just I don't know. I think about it, and Pixelmon and Cobblemon have, to some extent, they have different things accomplished. Cobblemon has focused more on the immersion and the in-game experience for the battles. Their battle mechanic is really tight. Their animations are really good. Their sculpts are really good. Pixelmon has actual voice acting. They have a daycare system. They have NPC gym towns that spawn. So there are actual gyms that you can go battle without having to have players build them. Pixelmon's got a lot of stuff to going for it. Oops. And we are dead stick coming in. In here, if I can do it. There we go. Made the landing. Little by slow, I am getting better at the flying in Cobblemon. That's another thing. Cobblemon and Pixelmon, the birds fly differently. The controls work a little differently. So it's taking me a bit more practice to get reasonably good at flying here, and I'm getting real close to where I'm going. All right, up. Stay fairly low. Crossing out of the desert into the Badlands. Got jungle ahead. That's not what I was wanting. Forest is to the left of it, I think. Let's arc off that way. There's where I'm going. It looks like a village or something, or maybe somebody's base. Holy cats, what have I found? I don't know, but I'm coming in. It's got a Pokeball on top of it. This is something that somebody has built. This is player activity very clearly. Whoever's base this is, I'm landing at. Pardon my intrusion, and I will be out of your hair momentarily. I am going to look in here. You've got actually a nice start here. This is classy. I like the Pokeball on the roof. And that's a Talo. That's a Nicket. Let's go after that Nicket. There we go. Yeah. Sweetberry. That's something Cobblemon does so much better. Oh my God, the Nicket does the fox head dive when it faints. That's just classic. Pixelmon does not have a fox doing the head dive. Alright, this village here is going to be stripped. It's right next to a player base. Come on. I am going to see if... Yay. They left the healing machine in the Pokemon Center. Don't take the healing machine. That's just rude. Especially when you consider that you have to have a Silk Touch tool, or all you get is an iron ingot. Oh shit! Oh, I misjudged that badly. Thank you, leggings of fire protection 4. Whew. Okay, that could have been really horrific. Let's think about what I'm going to do here. I have some cobble. Okay. There we go. Up and out. Okay, holy crap, that was close. Whew. Hmm. Here we go. Get myself up and out of that mess. Okay, probably not much point in looking in here. There's a player base right there, yeah. It's pretty much been stripped. What I'm after, anyway, is the forest, which I can go this way or that way, and I think I'd rather go that way, actually. Shoot, that's the other side of the river that I just battled my way up the damn cliff from. Now let's go up here and get this Eevee. I'm going to try just straight catching without battling. The Iron Golem is kinda on an island in lava, yeah. Okay, let's switch for the Fletchinder. He's about the same level. And fight, and I'm gonna go for a quick attack rather than using Ember because I don't want to risk the same type attack bonus. No, not yet. Fight, quick attack. I'm a little anxious to catch this Eevee, you know? I don't want to lose an Eevee. There we go. Got too many evolutions that I need to achieve. Alright. A little bit of stuff here. What have I got? Not much. I can go here or I can go there. I'm going to go there. Already got a Heracross, thank you. That's a level 44. Let's go on and get the points for that. There we go. Lachinder is not ready to evolve. Vulpix, let's see what moves I can maybe teach you. What can I replace? Ooh, Incinerate. Disable could be replaced with Confuse Ray. Yeah, much better moves. Here we go. Let's bounce on. Where I want to get is that woods over there, and there's an easy way to do this. Let's just see what shows up here. Forest leading into jungle, or forest down there leading on into savanna, which actually might be better. I don't know. I'm gonna stick with the unexplored area. Raspberries. I really doubt that I am going to find Aka or Wakan growing wild. I'm probably going to have to get them from a drop. But at the same time, I'm going to check every berry bush I find to see what it is. There's not a lot left of this. I'm not... White mint. Handy. I don't need it. I'm going to leave it. Yeah, I think I'm going to head down this way. I may need to find a dark forest. Let's go down through here and that way. Prepare. Blue. A chunk. Anything interesting here? No. And I want to hang a hard left here. And go just straight on across this way. Reap. Devilishly hard to catch, as it turns out. Young goose. Oh, thanks. Already got one. Double. Yeah, you're worth some points. Sorry. Nothing personal. Kapoof. Pick up the wool. Leave the mutton. Don't need the mutton. Cherry. Hello. Getting dark. A little dangerous to navigate, but otherwise, you know. Koba. Already got Koba. Forest. At night. Actually a good thing. Not usually in Minecraft. But we are in peaceful mode. Spawners still work. Screw you, cave spiders. Some point, I got a couple of spots I need to let loose an iron golem so that I've got backup. And go clean out a couple of spawners, but not right now. Here we go. What do we got going here? Anything interesting? I got a Volbeat. Various and sundry stuff. A lot of stuff, but not any of what I'm looking for. This Noctowl, however, here ought to be worth some points. Okay. My Fletchinder is ready to evolve, I believe. It does give you an alert. Cobblemon does give me an alert, but it does not evolve the Mon. I would, Pixelmon, when a Mon hits the right level, it starts evolving and you can interrupt it the way you used to on the Game Boy. You can interrupt the evolution, but it's going to try and evolve by itself. Here, I have to push the button. And then we get the standard animation regardless of Mon. Come on. Why doesn't it want to? There we go. Take the experience share, and at some point you got to get put in a PC. Actually, that wouldn't be a bad thing. Let's do home TP desert. Boop. Pop back to here. Get out a firestone. And now I can, and that lights up the evolve button. I still have to go push the evolve button. That's terrifying. Wow. Okay. Do I want to continue to level up the Ninetales or wait until later? I think I want to wait until later. What a... Wow. That's a horrifying scream. Okay, put you away, put you away. Let's go get 2 more mines. I don't need to evolve the Houndour because I already have a Houndoom. I'm leaving spaces here for the other Sawsbucks. Okay, let's evolve the Meowth and the Purloin. We'll get a couple of cats evolved. I'm too far away. There we go. Okey doke. Get those started here. Let's check berries. These are not set on yet. These have done their thing and need to be pulled. And there we go. I got the Landsat berry that I was after. Haha. Okay, put away the Chopley, put away the Spellin, and go plant the Landsat. Oh, got a Trapinch. I've got one of those already. Okay. Another berry marked off the list. Foxes in real life also sound like that. Oh dear. Oh, hi, Joltik. I've already got a Joltik. Alright, I'm going to let that pass. Landsat. Any of this set on, ready to be propagated? No? Okay, cool. I mean, I wasn't at my base, so it doesn't, you know, even on a server, it's not force loaded. Alrighty. I got about 5 minutes left here, but I'm going to knock off that 5 minutes early and go tend to a few things. So, and because I have reached a stopping point here, and I really do need to take advantage of it, let us go flip over to the in-break screen and prepare for departure. So, thank you so very much for being here. It has been a pleasure. If you have enjoyed this stream, the previous VODs are on YouTube at the URL in the lower right of your screen. There's some other games there, Roots of Pacha and Wandering Village and Mask of the Rose and a few other things. Speaking of the games, streaming schedule in the upper left for the team that I am part of, the several of us, and we do a lot of things. There's platformers and horror games and all sorts of interesting stuff. Check out the schedule. Things happening pretty much every day. Several things happening today, I think. I believe, Queen Freya, tonight you're going to be doing Spyro the Dragon. One of my favorites. One of the first platformers I was ever able to actually play well. I will be back next week, same bat time, same bat channel, with more Minecraft trains and tech, and maybe with actual trains next time. After our diversion into Cobblemon, we'll see what happens, where the Minecraft goes. Before then, I will be back tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. Pacific time with Roots of Pacha, which is a Harvest Moon type farm sim, dating sim with amazing writing and just so beautifully done. We had a cut scene with one of the NPCs last week that moved me to tears. It was just it hit me so hard. Beautiful stuff. And I mean, we're watching a Neolithic people rise to Iron Age as they come up with the ideas and invent agriculture. It's really, really quite clever. So, tomorrow night, Roots of Pacha. Next week, Minecraft. Until then, safe journey, space fans.